Hello and welcome to Startup Zap, and I'm your host Y Guy. Today we are going to talk about what do you do when an idea hits you. Okay, who am I? This is the very first episode. I've done a few podcasts earlier. I have few videos also on this channel. You go and watch them out. This is a very special episode. I've started a series of episodes saying how to start up. Okay, what makes me the guy to talk about startups is I'm an entrepreneur myself. I passed out of IIT Bombay and I worked for an MNC for 8 years, and something happened. I the startup bug bit me. That's what I would say. That's what I say most of my friends. And the startup bug bit me when I was working and I was exploring a lot of ideas and I was procrastinating. अरे कल करेंगे फिर करेंगे अभी मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है अभी टाइम है let me do this, let me grow to become a better professional and all. So that way, see, it took 8 years for me to take a decision and get into the startup world. So then at the 8th year, I was like, I have to start up, yeah, whatever it is. I jumped in. So it's been 5 years since I left my job, and I'm doing a startup. It's a fashion startup. I'm going to talk more about it in my future episodes. So that's all about me. I don't want to drag this episode more about me. It's about you, and it's about how you start up. So that's the reason why I've named it What Do You Do When an Idea Hits You? So what happens really when does a man convert from being a human to being an entrepreneur? Okay, so there is one thing that happens. It's the trigger. So I call it jigyasa. Like you have this notion. You think things can be better. At some point of time you start looking at things around you, you start observing how people are doing things, the business, apps, whatever. You say that this can be done better. Yeah, I want this to be better. And sometimes some entrepreneurs are triggered by the fact that they really feel discomfort using certain applications or devices, that they say like, I will do it myself. Something that happened with Lamborghini. Okay, so he was a tractor guy. He used to make tractors. His company used to make tractors, and then one day he bought a car, Ferrari. That's I know, and then he was not very happy with the Ferrari. So he went into the company and said like, guys, can you fix this for me? And they laughed, saying that a tractor guy is telling us how to make a speed car. Next day he decided to make the world's best speed car, and then rest is the history. So certain things trigger, and that happens to everybody. Some people take action on this and some people don't. So the very general thing that happens with anybody is that you get an idea, and then that's the trigger and you want to do something about it. You can't sleep. It runs in your head a lot of times, and then you want to start it up, you want to do something about it. That's the first point, and that is all about this episode. I'm telling you what do you do when the idea hits you, and the very first thing you need to do is take a pen and paper and write it down. Yes, it might sound silly. You would say, okay, if it's only about writing, I would write it on my mobile phone, on my smartphone. Do that, but I would always suggest you to take a pen, take a fresh notebook, or just take paper and pen and start writing your idea. So when you write the idea, right, we have been brought up by writing with pen and pencils. So when we write, it actually writes in your head. So when you're writing, your brain starts to explore more. So you would say, I'll start a new chain of a tea that serves 100 different varieties of tea, which will be much better than what CCD is doing. Or CCD is for coffee, I'll do it for teas. Or you might say, I'll do a breakfast chain, I'll do better for food delivery app, I'll do whatever. It can be any idea. The most important thing is it has to be an idea. So it has to be something different. That's why you're thinking about it. If it was what everybody is doing, it would not be something you will be talking about our work. See, if everybody is doing it, there's nothing great about it to do, but it's hard to do certain things when everybody is doing. But uh, you won't be feeling so you will not be feeling how can I do it? Okay, because everybody is doing it, the path is laid out and nothing more to talk about it. But if you're trying to do something that has never been done, or you want to do something really different, and you want to carve a niche for yourself, the path is unknown, and how do you find the path? Okay, but whatever your idea is, I'm damn sure that some variation of the same thing might be existing in this world. Go find it out. Do Google. The first thing you do is you write it down in the paper. Try to refine your idea. How you term it. How do you explain it in one sentence to a 3-year-old kid or a 5-year-old kid? How do you explain it to your friend, or how would you explain it to uneducated person? I'm not telling go and explain people, but that is only going to refine your idea. The intent is to refine your idea, try to make it easier. Because see, when it comes to communication, we fail. Most of us humans fail in communicating the things. So the communication part is really important. You should know. So try to, how will you communicate this idea to a lot of people as you go ahead? See, the very first people will be your co-founders and your family, and then maybe the investors. So you should be prepared. I'm not telling you go and find the funding right away, but your idea must be clear, crystal clear ki bhai I am doing this. Before you go out to the world and tell, what I tell is write it down on the paper, think over it, sleep over it, give it a time. It's a seed. Don't just water and say it grows up very fast. Don't try to be a millionaire in an overnight, because very few things happen that way, and startups are not about making millions of dollars. Startups are only about changing the world. Remember that. Startups are about changing things. Okay, that's all I have for this episode, and I'm out of time. And uh, do comment your questions, and I'll be glad to answer them. If I can't answer, I'll ask the other guys, other entrepreneurs to answer them for you. Do like, comment, and share. I'm available on Startup Zap, StartupZapp. Go and Google, and you'll find all links. All the best with your ideas, and then we'll meet you soon. Take care. Bye bye.